Have you ever been super motivated to start your calisthenics workout? You know that feeling, full of energy, ready to conquer your session. You get down on the floor for some push-ups, and then, ooh, out. A sharp pain shoots through your wrist. You feel stiff, it might even crackle a little, and suddenly your great workout is over before it even begins. If that's you, look, you are absolutely not alone. In fact, wrist pain during push-ups is one of the most common complaints I hear. And the good news, the really good news, is that it's almost always fixable with a few simple changes. So let's get into it. Why does this happen in the first place? Your wrist is a complex and pretty delicate joint. It's designed for a lot of movement, but not necessarily for holding your entire body weight while bent back at a 90-degree angle. When you do a push-up with your hands flat on the floor, you're putting that joint into an extreme position. And if the muscles around it aren't strong enough to support it, or if your mobility is a little limited, your wrist ends up taking the full brunt of your body weight. It's like trying to use a door hinge the wrong way. Eventually, it's going to complain. But don't worry, you don't have to give up on push-ups. Let's talk about some simple solutions you can try today. First up, let's talk about your hand placement. A lot of people put their hands too far forward, almost in line with their head. This puts even more strain on the wrist. Instead, try to place your hands directly under your shoulders. Think of creating a solid, straight line from your wrist all the way up to your shoulder. This simple shift in position distributes the force much more effectively. Now, let's get more specific. Let's talk about your actual hand position. Instead of placing your hands flat with your fingers facing straight forward, try creating a claw with your hands. Spread your fingers wide like you're trying to grip the floor and press your fingertips down firmly. Imagine you're screwing your hands outward into the ground. This simple action engages the muscles in your forearms and creates a more stable arch in your hand, which acts like a natural shock absorber. If that still feels uncomfortable, the next thing to try is changing the angle of your wrist altogether. You don't always have to do push-ups on the flat floor. A fantastic and simple fix is to use a pair of push-up handles, or even two stable books or water bottles. By holding onto handles, you keep your wrist in a nice, neutral, straight position, which takes almost all the pressure off. But what if you don't have any equipment? No problem. You can make the same change by doing push-ups on your fists. Just make sure you're on a soft surface like a mat or a carpet, and keep your knuckles in a straight line with your wrist. Another great solution, especially if you're building your foundational strength, is to change the angle of your whole body. Instead of doing push-ups on the floor, try doing them with your hands elevated on a chair, a table, or even a wall. The higher your hands are, the less weight is on your wrists, which is really great for beginners. This allows you to strengthen your pushing muscles and the supporting muscles in your wrists gradually, without the pain. As you get stronger and your wrist mobility improves, you can slowly move your hands lower and lower. Finally, one of the most overlooked solutions is a simple wrist warm-up. We don't just warm up our legs before a run. We need to warm up our wrists before they bear weight. Gently make circles with your hands in one direction and then the other. Then gently press the palm of your hand down onto the floor and then the back of your hand, holding each for a few seconds to feel a gentle stretch. This wakes up the joints and gets the synovial fluid moving, preparing them for the work ahead. So, the next time you get ready for your calisthenics workout and get down for push-ups, remember this: you don't have to power through the pain. Just pick one of these simple solutions. Try adjusting your hand placement, create a claw grip, use fists or handles, elevate your hands, or do a quick wrist warm-up. Often, it's a combination of these that works best. The goal is to build strength without pain, so you can keep progressing on your fitness journey. Now, you are able to do push-ups that build your chest and triceps, not hurt your wrists. Get out there and give it a try.